Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, everybody at home, and welcome to Second Contact, a Lower Decks commentary podcast. I am your co-host, Tristan Riddell, and with me, as she always is
Charlene Schmidt. Hello. It is wonderful to see your face.
It's so good to be back, and I love doing this show with you. I love podcasting with you. We've done it for a very long time, but it's so weird that we only get to do it for this particular show, 10 episodes a year.
10 episodes, yeah, about once a year, and now this is allegedly the last season of this show. Although I have hopes that it will find a new home and continue elsewhere in some fashion, but this is the last season we are getting for the near future on Paramount Plus.
This is so utterly strange because this is a show that I feel like every Star Trek fan loves, and it cannot be expensive to make. I know animation can be expensive. It can also be cheaper. Like the Harley Quinn show is super cheap to make, but then you have something super expensive like some of the animation stuff on Netflix. But I don't know where this falls, but I severely doubt they're throwing everything at it. But it just kills me that this is one of those shows that you just want to last for 10 years. Just keep going. Like this I feel like this is something that could keep going.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, if I were in charge, and I'm not, I would let Mike McMahon and the cast make as much Lower Decks as they possibly could ever want. Because 1, they're really good at it. 2, they really seem to love it. And 3, with it being an animated show, look at The Simpsons. They've been going on for 85 years now. Lower Decks could do the same. It could be that ongoing, forever celebration of Star Trek that will never run out of material.
Yeah, I know it's hard because they're lower deckers, and that's the entire thing of the show is that they stay low. But the thing is that maybe they do something like a floating timeline where it's like the Seth MacFarlane shows where it's a year for us isn't really a year for them. Like in King of the Hill where 13 seasons was actually 1 or 2 years kind of thing. It's sure. There's so many options to keep it in that realm, or maybe I don't know. We show the evolution of people from Lower Decks as they rise up the ranks. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities. That's what we're really saying here, and the fact that we may or may not get that is tragic.
It is absolutely tragic. But what isn't tragic is our ability to talk to each other today and do a commentary on the season 5 opener, Dos Cerritos. Woo-hoo! And we got a tease for this. I think a couple weeks ago, they released the opening of this episode, or at least where we see that there is an alternate crew. And obviously you've seen the episode if you're listening to this podcast. Don't let this be your first time. Yeah.
No. You and I have seen this at least one time. I've seen it only once. I don't know about you. But we're not going into this blind. Yeah. Neither should you.
But if this is your first time listening to our show, what we do is we queue up the episode, and we queue it up after you see the CBS production studio, something like that logo. So you see the Star Trek, you see the Cerritos flying around, then CBS Productions, and it fades to black, and that's where we pause, and we shall unpause from there. We'll give you a countdown, and that way you can queue it up. So, are you ready?
I'm still stuck on that sound effect that you're doing.
I think it was pretty spot on, personally.
Could you do that?
I don't know why you're
please?
laughing. No,
I loved it.
I can't just turn it on. Maybe on the next episode.
Oh. Well, okay, that's something to look forward to. But that was beautiful. Okay, I'm
for
saving that for a ringtone.
Here is how Memory Alpha describes the episodes. A spatial anomaly forces the Cerritos crew to face their own faces.
Face your face. I
All right,
love it.
Here we go. Everybody ready?
Ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. Boom.
Right.
Somewhere in the beta quadrant.
Da-na-na-na. Love it.
So
It
this
really
is
is good to be
obviously
back.
a callback to the most toys from
Oh,
TNG.
yes. Very much. Very much. It is very cool seeing Tendi here, not green.
Yeah. Okay. So did you know right away that that was Tindy?
I recognized her. Yeah, did you?
Yeah, the voice. I didn't see it. I heard it in the voice before I saw it in the face.
Oh, sure. Sure. Yeah, no, it's definitely her, but it's a very cool look to see it.
It is interesting because she even has like the forehead changes and everything like that. So obviously,
Mm-hmm.
what happened. I was kind of hoping they would do like a little bit of a recap because I've been doing a rewatch of Lower Decks, but I haven't made it to season 4 yet. And so I was
Oh,
like,
really? Where'd you
wait,
get?
right. Why is Tendi there? Okay, yeah, she left to be with the Orions, but then wait, why? Because she's cleaved to her sister for some reason. I couldn't remember why she had to leave Starfleet, but I knew
This
that
is why
she
we do the
did.
rewatch.
This is why we do a rewatch.
So where did you end up getting before the season premiered?
Oh man, it was like I only was able to do the first 2 seasons.
Oh no. Okay, I got to Caves in season 4 before this premiered yesterday, so I didn't exactly get caught up either, but I remembered why Tendi was on Orion, and I'm so glad that they picked it right back up, right where we left off. Let's see what she's up to. They're not going to delay this and keep us in suspense, that sort of thing.
I love the idea of where they take Orions, where they just can't handle not killing people or maiming them or pillaging or pirating. Like they're just like, just a little. Can I cut off an ear or something?
Right. Can't I get a little stabby? It's just, I need to cut something. Now, the opening credits. Always a treat with the first episode because we've got to see what's new.
Right. And I paid attention. I really paid attention. This
Me
time
too.
this year. Now,
Like
like
right
even
here,
at the beginning,
TNG
like
season
they have,
5, baby.
Yep, they got the TNG esque titles
Yeah,
where
the
like you have the
warp
blue thing behind
effect.
it. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then of course here
Okay,
you
now
see,
here's the real fun part.
you see
The
Apollo's
hand.
hand. You see V'ger come out of
Tholians.
nowhere. The Tholians. Yeah. You
V'ger!
could you could
This
tell
made my day.
this could be the last
Like
season.
they're
It's
throwing
most
in
likely the last
everything.
season. Kitchen sink.
Yeah, seriously, whatever they could throw into that frame, they did it. I'm so glad they got V'ger in there. That just makes me so happy.
And I always forget that you can hear the whale probe.
Yes. Yes, you can. All right. Ooh,
Calto.
Calto. And that's, yeah.
I love the idea that there is an
Now,
editorial.
how do you feel about magazines in
Starfleet.
the future?
I think it's funny. It's also the 30 under 30 thing. I'm like, really? Like, is that a thing?
Really? Yeah, because lifespans in the future are a little bit longer, so I'm surprised it's not at least like a 40 under 40.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about
And of course, Boynes is just devastated.
yeah, but it's weird that they said that he was going to be in there, but then he wasn't. And even though they had 15 honorable mentions, it makes me feel for my boy Boymes.
Yeah, seriously, what happened? It's kind of sad. All right, Rutherford, the little bit of pokiness here. Great giveaway that something is not right.
Like I like the added pit stains that he's been working so hard. Like he's missing Tendi so much.
The dude's really let himself go. It's kind of sad to see, really. Like we knew he'd be a mess, but oh wow, to see it.
How do you feel so far about T'Lyn, being a part of the Lower Deckers now?
I like her. She definitely fills some sort of niche that I didn't realize was missing in the dynamic of the crew. Like the Vulcan dry wit and sarcasm really works sometimes in a way that none of our other characters could fill that gap. So I'm all in favor. How about you?
I didn't really see the big deal with T'Lyn last season. I wasn't like annoyed with her. I didn't dislike her. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, she's there. It wasn't until the second episode of this season, because this was a 2-episode drop this season. It wasn't until the next episode where I was just kind of like, oh, okay, no, T'Lyn's pretty cool. I like T'Lyn.
Yeah. There's a moment in the next episode that made me laugh so hard, but we'll get there when we get there. Now, how did you feel about 2 episodes dropping to debut the season?
I knew it was going to make our lives difficult. Just because we're used to recording once a week. But I thought I like it when they do multiple episode drops. Personally, but with this being the 5th season and possibly final season, a little bit of me was like, oh no, spread it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was feeling, where we know we're only getting 10 for the foreseeable future, TBD. And so then you're going to drop 2. Like, I kind of get it. And it's kind of cute how we have Dos Cerritos and then 2 episodes. Like, okay, I get what you're going for. And at the same time, no, man, spread it out.
So I love that there's a
the
model
introduction
of
of Becky.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Becky. Every time I hear the name Becky, you know what I think of? It's the introduction to Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back.
I knew you.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Because I know you so well. I knew that was the song.
Becky. Every time. I'm sorry. That's just where my mind goes.
So I was surprised that they didn't make any more alterations to the other Cerritos. Now I know, like, that was kind of the shtick though for this, is that there's just little changes, just little bit of different. It's not like the mirror universe.
The most subtle. Right. My favorite being the ever so slight difference in color palette. Like Shaq's uniforms here, we've got a little bit of a bolder color for the alternate universe. It's a great way for us to distinguish between the two, just visually, but also that's such an in-joke for Star Trek because things have varied ever so slightly and you can see it in the show.
Absolutely right. It is nice because we needed some sort of visual reference because, like with Rutherford and Otherford, like you can see the differences and like, and of course you have the king with his cape and everything like that. So like there's big changes like the mullet on the other ransom.
Oh my God, the mullet.
But the color, just the slight color differences. It's much more, I think, TNG colors, like the deep reds, the deep golds, the deeper blues. I think is much more TNG as opposed to Lower Decks, which is kind of brighter and lends itself to animation.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah. I so love that Billups is wearing a cape. King Billups, that is.
King, madam.
King Billups. That's right. Yes, let's not forget. So what do you think of our alternate counterparts here?
I love that Boimler has a beard because his idol is Riker.
Right. Exactly.
And so like a more confident Boimler totally would have a Riker-esque beard. I think that's probably my favorite addition or change, honestly. Because,
I love how he's
just
stroking it too. Just look at me. Damn, I'm smooth.
Because, I love it in TNG because you would see Riker do that every once in a while, like when he's pondering and thinking, like he plays with his chin.
Yes, it's true. All we really need to see him is doing the Riker maneuver with the chair.
Which we do later.
Love it, love it. I do enjoy the look of a more refined in-command Mariner. She's a little more put together.
I was just about to ask you, like, how did you feel about Mariner's hairstyle and refined look and sleeves dodown?
Look, yeah, I have to analyze the hair. That's what I do. I do like it, and I like it. She's very well put together. It's a nice look, and it's a sign, I guess, of maturity for Beckett Mariner. I'm sorry, Becky. Which I'm sorry, I'm not going to get over that. Becky.
Okay, so we just had the introduction of the Blue Orions,
Yes, from the animated series. This was so cool that they did this.
I honestly,
And
I
they even said
love.
Orions.
Yes, I honestly love whenever we get an animated series callback. Like, I'm not the biggest animated series fan, but I find it charming enough that it makes me happy when they reference it in the show. Like, I think probably my favorite animated series reference in the show was when um I can't remember if it was Ransom or somebody else like had a picture of Kirk and Spock, and it wasn't lower deck
Oh,
style Kirk
yeah.
and Spock. It was straight up a still from the animated
From
series.
the yes. So good. I love that they include the animated series because we're better. Really, stylistically, you could do whatever you want. You can give them the makeover, lower deck style, or you could
Hmm.
keep them original or whatever you want to do, and it doesn't require tons of makeup or special effects. So this is the place to do it.
So, what did you think of Otherford?
This is a great reminder to Rutherford to I guess not get so engrossed in work and to not lose himself in Tendy's absence. How about you? What's your thought?
I thought it was interesting because it shows the path that he could go down. Like, you could see Rutherford going a little crazy. I don't know if I'd see him go that crazy, but it was definitely the road not traveled.
Sure. Well, I mean, all of these counterparts, they're like exaggerated versions, I guess, of what our characters could be, right? Realizing some form of maximum potential where like Mariner is a captain, Rutherford is pretty much almost a cyborg at this point. And Boymes is super confident. It's like everything that they want to be. But this is a warning also of maybe the grass ain't so green on the other side.
How do you feel like you would handle working with your
And again,
duplicate?
oh, I don't know if we'd like each other that much. I think it would be a more of a Mariner situation. There'd be some friction. Do you think you could handle your counterpart better than that?
I think it would probably be me personally would be more like Ransom. It's like, listen, you sexy bastard, you back off.
Get it together. Now, I'm trying to imagine you now with a mullet and
Oh no, that
I'm
would
not
be
sure how I
other
feel about that.
Tristan. That would be other Tristan. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't see you with a mullet. No one
So I
really needs
love
to
the
do
the
that.
idea of the twin Cerritos kind of conjoining physically in order to kind of build it, like
Yes.
to do what they needed to do. And I don't feel like we've seen that too terribly much in Star Trek. I remember there was one time in Enterprise when they had like the speed storyline where they're just like, we got to stay at warp 9 or like warp 5 or we're going to explode. And so they had to bring in the
Right.
Columbia underneath to join their warp fields. And that's kind of what made me think of this or think that
Yeah.
when we saw this.
Oh, yeah. Visually, this is very unique. And I loved it. And I didn't even think about that Enterprise episode. I wonder if it's calling back to that. You know, it's been so long since I've watched Enterprise. It's probably been like over 10 years.
Oh man, I rewatch it every year. I the every I watch it. I love it more and more every single time I watch Enterprise.
Do you? I'm excited to revisit it when Mission Log gets there because I'm basically following along with them every week. And right now they're going through Voyager, just ending season 5. And they're coming up on one of my absolute favorites, not Equinox. You and I have talked about that.
I love the callback to the writing crop because
Yes.
Mariner brings it up in an earlier. I think of even season 1 when she's just like we could get a captain with like a weird captain with a writing crop or something, which is a callback to
Yes.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, where like we see this weird captain with a writing crop, and it's so strange. It's so utterly strange.
It is, and it's one of the very coolest, like, in jokes that Lower Decks has built into its own universe. Like they've taken that Star Trek lore, but they've made it their own now. And that's something I really appreciate that this show has done over the years. It's not just the referential show. Yes, it might have started out that way, but it's really become its own thing too.
The addition of his third hand of Rutherford's 30, I lost it. Like I genuinely was like, that's freaking hilarious. Now this right here, when he alters Rutherford's personality without like clearing it with him, I was kind of like, oh, that's
right?
weird. Like
Ethics?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, questionable. I don't know. The more I think about that, well, I'm not the one having to go to a tribunal.
Yeah. At the same time, it's just kind of like, what Peter Griffin says, like, it's a cartoon.
Right. Just let it be. Enjoy the ride.
I love how absurd the blue Orions are. I just love they're almost like a more competent Packlid.
Ever so slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just maybe a little more ridiculous looking to compensate. Yeah, like those uniforms, and I don't remember if it's this episode or the next one where they make a joke about their ridiculous uniforms.
I think it's the next one, yeah.
Yeah. Just they are goofy looking. Like that is not something anybody would design today.
So this is, I think, one of my favorite additions to the show was Kayshawn.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we get enough of him personally.
Oh no. Definitely a minor character, but when we do get some good Kayshawn interaction, it's always really awesome. Love that. But unfortunately, Kayshawn and Shax are competing for time. And even Shax doesn't get enough attention, if you ask me. Like he should have ejected so many warp cores.
So obviously we saw this coming. Like the switch. And I love how like Mariner even lampshades it, where she's just like, oh God, that's so hacky.
Yeah. Calling herself out. Yeah, for real. I do appreciate the self-awareness of how typical this kind of a plot is, at least on TV.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, is that Lower Decks loves to do that, where they utilize Star Trek tropes and makes fun of them, but also
absolutely,
like takes it to the nth degree. I mean, this is their style. This is Lower Deck style.
1000%. 1000%.
I love the little... And she does the Vulcan salute, the sarcastic Vulcan salute.
Yes, that was such an awesome callback. Like, season 1, episode 1, correct?
Oh, was it episode 1? I can't remember, but it was... I feel like we're going to get a lot of that this season, where McMahon and the producers and everything like that are probably going to be doing a lot of self-referential stuff, being the last season, going back to season 1 and kind of reigniting that
they knew.
Initial awe we had. Yeah, it's a bummer.
I know. Why do they hate the things that we love so much? It's like any kind of like when you find like a food product or something in the grocery store, you just love it. You can't get enough of it. And then a couple months later, guess what? It's gone. They took it away. Hate that. I absolutely love that even though these are Orion pirates, fighters, what have you, they have other dreams. It reminds me of that old trope of we are artists and scientists. I want to bake.
Yeah. It's always artists and architects. That's always what it is. It's like literature and architecture. We weren't always warriors.
We're so well read. But I really love what they're doing with Tendi here, like opening up Orion culture in a way to being more than just pirates and the syndicate and blah, 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 because that's really not anything she's terribly interested in, and opening up possibilities for her people.
Yeah.
Okay, great moment coming up here. That third hand
Just giving the old pat on the back.
just made me
I'm
laugh
glad that
so
it wasn't a one
much.
and done. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought at this moment
was not
when we
expecting it.
see, when we see the fake Mariner come up, I thought T'Lyn was going to call her out immediately. Like somehow her Vulcan intuition
Mm.
was gonna come in, and she's like, "You're clearly not our Mariner."
Well, that kind of leads to a little theory slash question I have about how this episode wraps up. Is it our T'Lyn or not? I mean, they instill that doubt right at the very end, and I legit don't know.
Yeah, for a second, I was wondering. I'm like, okay, so is this going to be a multi-episode arc? Um,
Right.
like, or is she going to get out of this by the end of the episode?
Yeah, I really cannot tell if she was actually making a joke or if she slipped and that is the alternate to Lynn trying to
Mm-hmm.
infiltrate. And this is going to come back later this season. I do appreciate
Like,
how the crew they catch on to the little subtle differences and realize, "Oh, it's not the real Mariner."
oh, so it was this episode where they talk about the ridiculous uniforms.
Yeah, apparently so.
One thing I do like is that all the Orions are different shades of green. That's something that I
Yes.
really appreciate, that it's not just, they didn't just stick with one color for every single person. They actually look like
Right.
humans. They have variations of humans.
Well, yeah, there's diversity. Oh my goodness. Yeah, heaven forbid, right? Like we got so used to monoculture in Star Trek. It's nice to see some variance.
God, I love Boimler with the beard. It's the purple, just the fact that it's purple
The
is
purple beard.
so
You know,
hilarious.
Ira Stephen Bear would be proud.
Oh, right. I forgot about that with his purple goatee.
I mean, that's probably, it's not really an homage to him, and yet it still sort of is.
So like this Mariner was so crazy. Like this universe's Mariner was so over the top, throwing people in the brig, literally beating them with a
Yeah.
riding crop. It makes you wonder, like, how different is this Starfleet? Because I mean, that would never fly on a real Starfleet ship in the Prime universe.
No.
And like they're happy to be rid of her at the end. Like when they get her back, they throw in the brig and like break the riding crop, and it makes you wonder, like, how rogue is she, or is this common on Starfleet vessels?
Right. Like, is this an expectation of Starfleet captains in this particular universe? It's a very good question.
I
I
love how
do
they kept.
appreciate how. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Like, I think there's a little bit of a delay, but I think there's the one thing that I liked in this is that they didn't quite tell what happened to Freeman until the end, where they're
Oh,
just like, oh my god, like
yeah.
did she die? Did she sacrifice herself? Like, what happened to her? Like, did she get captured? And then she was so inept that they sent her to Starbase 80.
Starbase 80.
Which this
Yet another
season we
joke
have
I
an
absolutely
episode
love.
titled Starbase 80, and I cannot wait until we get to it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is going to happen there? Very excited. The design of this ship, it's so cool. Like almost like a helicopter kind of a feel.
Love it. Yeah, I love it. This one felt truly unique, and I like that we didn't just get the standard V shape with a couple of panels on it like we did in TNG. Now, obviously, it's
Right.
it's easier to do variation in animation. It's not so much of a cost saver as it was, in live action in the 90s.
Right. Yeah. No one's having to make the model and then they do all the shoots for all the passes. Right.
Like, oh, we'll just film it upside down. It's a totally different ship.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's regular, but it's not.
So I ended up really liking this. I love what they did with the sister sibling relationship. Like we get more of it in the next episode, but I like that we kind of moved past. I shouldn't say we moved past it, but we got a little bit more in depth of their relationship as opposed to what we got last season, which was complex, but it was much more antagonistic.
Yes, definitely. Like we knew it was complicated, but yeah, they're fleshing it out here, which is really awesome to see. And then, like you said, more to come. Because we are not done yet on Orion.
With the war between the Orions. Well, there you have it, folks. That is our episode. That is the commentary for the season opener of Season 5, Star Trek Lower Decks. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Make sure to tell all your friends about it. And, talk about us on social media, whatever you want to do. And we'd love to hear from you.
Create your own destiny.
We'd love to hear from you. What did you think about this episode? Let us know by going to thenerdparty.com/contact, select second contact, and fill out the form. It'll send us an email, or you can find us on Twitter at Join Nerd Party, or on Instagram and Facebook at the Nerd Party. I almost said at the Insane Robin. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, and you can next find week. Me at the Profanity.
Yes. I gave my handle. You gotta let you give your handle, and also like what are you doing right now? Like you're making something awesome that I think everybody should know about.
Oh well, yeah, I have been in the thick of doing Mission Log Prodigy, where week by week we're going through season 2 of Prodigy. They dropped it all on us this summer, and we've been taking our time to give each episode the attention it deserves. And we are coming now to the final stretch. And I can't believe it. It's been so much fun. It's been a lot of work, but the best kind of work. Absolutely. Just the best time. And I love Prodigy so much. It is a beautiful show. It is not just for kids. If you've not checked out Prodigy yet, definitely give it a try. It is such good Star Trek, in my opinion. So that is one of the many things that I have been up to.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to tune in for our next episode, because we're dropping 2 episodes at once. So make sure you go to episode 2 to hear our commentary.
Join the revolution. Join the Nerd Party.